With growing demands for faster service delivery and improved user experiences, government leaders must adapt and become more responsive to the evolving nature of modern business environments. And one way leaders are enabling that is by embracing the use of low-code applications for mission-critical situations. Low-code platforms basically map the software development process with a flowchart using drag and drop components and model-driven logic rather than coding. And here to discuss the benefits of that and how that can enable business transformation are Nicole Willis, Chief Technology Officer at the Department of Health and Human Services, Office of the Inspector General, and Tom Frame, Managing Director, Digital Transformation at KPMG. Nicole and Tom, thank you so much for joining us. And Nicole, I'd like to start with you. Can you talk about some of the ways that you and your team are embracing low-code programming platforms to work and emphasize simplicity and ease of use, and maybe some examples of low-code applications and how that's helping to modernize your department's efforts?
Sure. So at HHS, our mission is to provide objective oversight and promote the economy and efficiency and effectiveness and integrity of HHS programs. And one of the ways we do that is we make recommendations to the HHS programs and operations to promote efficiency and effectiveness. And we had a lot of manual and email processes to track those recommendations and interact with our HHS organization. So earlier this year, we were able to launch a low-code application, which has really kind of improved the communication between our office and that office, and really provide real-time updates and interaction around the impactful recommendations that OIG makes to the HHS operating divisions.
And then, Tom, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Can you explain maybe more broadly what kinds of outcomes result from implementing low-code programming solutions? And then, Nicole, I'd love to hear maybe how you might answer that as well. Tom?
Absolutely. Thanks, Wyatt. So low-code platforms have really allowed our teams, in conjunction with our government clients, to really embrace the Agile culture. When you look at Agile delivery, you think of delivering minimally viable products and then actually iterating on them based on feedback as well as based on additional features that are identified. And low-code platforms really help enable and drive that speed to market of these products, which really helps to get value faster. But more importantly, once these tools are out there and being used, it really enables the end users to provide feedback. And then the low-code platforms allow us to then implement and integrate that feedback into future releases, and really allows that Agile mentality when it comes to digital transformation efforts.
And Nicole, can you offer any examples also about how implementing low-code programming has resulted in some noticeable outcomes?
Yeah, and from a business perspective, it's really allowed us to kind of have immediate updates to the data and provide more visibility and transparency across the whole HHS organization. And the low-code platforms have great API capabilities, so we've really been able to easily integrate with other applications and other organizations, and it really has improved our data sharing across the org.
Interesting. Well, Tom, I think you'd agree, the efforts for the government to modernize is often a team sport. Can you talk about how, KPMG's role in helping agencies and how it works with partners, for example, to help agencies get to value faster?
Absolutely. So our alliance with ServiceNow specifically has really helped us to leverage the platform to its fullest extent. Just to give you a quick example, during the pandemic, at the onset of the pandemic, we had a number of clients that were trying to figure out new ways of working in this remote environment, coming to tracking professionals in the country and around the world, understanding current statuses of key missions, and working directly with ServiceNow. We're able to, using both native and the service portal specifically, understand how do we best customize the tool to provide value and deliver the service to the end user that's needed, while keeping the integrity of the tool and the configuration in place, so that as we look to upgrade the platform, there's no issues and no technical debt that exists that's going to cause issues down the line from an upgrade perspective. So really, again, working closely with ServiceNow and our teams, we're able to really determine the level of customization needed and desired for our clients to meet the mission while keeping the integrity of the platform.
Interesting. Nicole, back to you. I think you'd agree that the folks in your position, as they try to modernize, also have to balance the risk of changing platforms. And can you talk a little bit about how agile and flexible enterprise architecture, number one, is enabled by low-code automation, and how you manage the risks in making some relatively monumental changes behind the scenes?
Some of the things we've had a lot of risk around kind of it's more user focused, more around adoption, because we're modernizing very customized legacy applications, and we're moving to this very streamlined low code platform. So we've really worked on kind of really embedding the enterprise architecture processes and change management practices with our user community very early, so that they can adjust to the new type of platform, and really kind of have that continuous collaboration and communication to have that buy-in at all levels.
And Tom, I'm sure as you work with clients, they have a natural inclination to take advantage of the things that come with, or the benefits that come with low code. But what do you advise them about managing the risk part of the transition to achieve transformation?
Well, the beauty of the low code platforms really allows the flexibility to pivot early and often, right? Which really helps reduce the risk prior to an actual production deployment. The other thing that I would say, which also plays to a little bit earlier what I was saying about speed to market and rapid delivery, is you can get to production faster with these applications, and really have your end users use the tool as it was designed and built early and often. And then the low code nature of the architecture, specifically within ServiceNow, can really help our clients as well as our teams rapidly develop and deploy any updates to production needed to keep the tool relevant, and also to integrate any issues or I would say enhancements found during actual production use.
And then the last question for you both, given all that CIOs and CXOs are juggling today, what one recommendation or lesson would you offer to help them as they attempt to, accelerate modern government practices by taking advantage of low code applications? Tom, maybe I'll give that one to you first, and we'll give Nicole the last word.
Yeah, Wyatt, it's really hard to give just one. I actually have two, if that's okay. My first is really, don't forget about the user. Really focus on the customer and the experience that they're going to have with the application or the solution that you're going to build. When you look at rapid application development using these low code platforms, it's really easy to quickly build a form or an app. But the question you need to ask yourself is that what the end user needs, right? And so by focusing on really the end goal of the effort that you're undertaking, you're going to really maximize the use of the tool that you're building. And then secondly, with rapid app development, it's really important to have a governance structure in place at the platform level and at the individual application level, to make sure that even though we're moving fast, we're still doing so in a way that protects the overall integrity of the platform and of the programs that the platform's supporting.
Those are some great points. And Nicole, what else would you add in the way of a recommendation or a lesson to help smooth the process of adopting low code applications?
So I would say, as I said, it's a lot of transformation and change. So really focusing on what business outcomes your users are trying to achieve, and really kind of build those use cases to really leverage the capabilities of the platform. It's easy to just kind of try to build old applications on a new platform, but you really have to look at how the business needs to operate with the new capabilities, and really help them kind of meet those business outcomes.
Well, terrific. Well, Nicole, Willis, and Tom Frame, thank you so much for joining us to share some of your insights on the advantages of low-code applications and ways to help agencies move forward with their adoption. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Wyatt. Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you.